Good morning, 11:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I thought what better way to start this update out by looking at XRP a little bit deeper. If you've come to notice in the last few updates the last couple days, the energy's been different, the vibe's been different, but the focus has been lasered in. This is how we need to stay here at this station. When I'm like this, I'm focused, I pay attention to all the information, and I understand the delivery that everybody can understand easily. So I would appreciate if you hit that like button, comment to help put me through this YouTube algorithm, and also share this on social media if you'd be kind. I would really appreciate it. So, before we get into the charts, we're going to look at this. So you're going to see a continuing theme where I'm going to try to drop a little bit of information that'll help you better understand why I feel the way I do about XRP, but also we will also talk about the long-term lower numbers, because I know a lot of you have been asking me in the comments, can you reaffirm your position on the targets, eventual targets? So I will. So first, XRP powers innovative technology transforming the global financial services space. Companies, institutions, developers, and individuals around the world use XRP and the blockchain on which it runs, the XRP ledger, XRPL, because of its extraordinary utility. Financial institutions use XRP to bridge two currencies to facilitate faster, more affordable cross-border transactions around the world. Individuals use XRP as a more accessible alternative to traditional banking and to move different currencies around the world. Developers use the XRP ledger's strong open source foundation to build powerful applications without hurting the environment. Continue watching my updates to continue to see more and more things and reasons why I believe in XRP and just some of the backstories and the facts that come along with it. Now, to get into XRP, as you can see, we have reverse course like we talked about yesterday. If we couldn't get over this area, the only way to maintain a bullish thesis here was we were going to have to get up here and break this resistance at 4016 approximately. The technical target would have brought us up here. I mean, we came just shy. So this is a rising channel, which is also known as a bear flag. And if you bring it out from a longer time frame, because right now you can only see the ascending triangle pattern, which it is very much inside of. In this entire pattern though, this is considered a bear flag. If you bring it all the way from here, come down, we even came through, and I consider this an extended bear flag. Some people might disagree with me, that's great, but this is my station and this is how I perceive it. So if you don't like it, there's always a door to walk to the run, guys. I would pity the fool who would go over there, but hey, to each their own. Now, on a continued bear flag, you can't come up from up here though on a breakdown. You would have to find a breakdown moment. So if we had the breakdown within this area, you would have a technical target that would get you down to 1457 out of this entire extended bear flag. And yes, I am not using it from where it came down from here, because I believe there was a new starting point. Therefore, this is restarting and it's come back into the area. So I'm going to wait until it were to break down, because if it were to come through this entire area, this would be a catastrophe. This would be a catastrophe. And honestly, I'm not even in the right spot. We could even measure it from here, because you'd be breaking the ascending triangle. Now, granted, we could have to wait all the way, and this is why we never know the exact target. If you wait all the way over there, it could be 1991. So as you can see, the underneath targets are all measuring up with this eventual bear flag drop. The targets to the top side, so that we don't all get, caught blindsided, is everything within the ascending triangle pattern, where I believe we could come up to try to get topside to bullishness if the market had a severe spike in volume. As you can see on the bottom where my volume is, which is down here, and if you want to put the indicator on, the volume indicator I use very easy. I use the traditional volume. That's it. If you want to put the PVT on, which is my price volume trend, that you're going to have to type in the Everjet. and that's a customized one. The EMA lines that you see me use every single day is by Dr. Sweets. It's the EMA 20, 50, 100, and 200. I just personally like the way it's set up. I don't use the EMA lines to trade, but what I do is I use it to give me an idea of the technical trader who doesn't really understand the market setup or structure, but wants to give himself an advantage, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's better to at least have some kind of idea of which way's up and down than no idea at all, right? So that's why I use those, and that's how you can find them. So a technical breakdown out of this bear flag is disastrous. Disastrous. And then if we look at the XRP, oh man, inside joke for anybody who knows, you know. If you don't, you don't. And you know what I'm talking about on the last page. So this is still the extended bear flag here that we're dealing with. So if we don't break out of the extended bear flag, my fear and my hope, not even hope, my understanding of the market setup is that it would be a catastrophe and you'd have some very, very low targets. My only issue with this entire setup is if somehow we did not break down past here and we got a huge spike of volume. A major spike in volume can absolutely get us up to a target that I still say has a chance to hit. It's just very unlikely. But until we break back inside of this bear flag, right, this descending triangle that we can fill out and you'll see, but I just haven't done it yet until the pattern decides to finish. But that's what we would end up filling into. But look what's happened here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what we have to recognize. We are still on the top side. And when we're looking at our USDT, and this is the Bitget chart, we're still inside, or we're not inside of this descending triangle anymore. This is still a breakout. What I'm saying is, even if we don't break down, the logical choice would be, because we keep failing to break the 38 support and the 38.30, and even in USDT here is the 37.993. Every chart is different, so you must pay attention to each chart for what they are. The USDT chart will have slightly different targets for Bitget than the USD chart, because the numbers are slightly different. This is the Binance chart, but that's in US dollars. This is in USDT, which is in USD, which is in Tether, if you're wondering. So the big thing we need to watch right now is we probably are going to end up getting a retest down here at some point if we continuously fail this area. The one thing I will continue to point out is, until you break, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how bad it looks, until you break this 200-day, because the technical traders are stacked up here, and this is why I will always preface things like this, until that 4-hour time frame breaks this 200 EMA, you aren't going anywhere. You can beg, kick, piss, and moan, the market will not continue to go down. You'll continue to have this sideways consolidation, and as long as you do that, there's always the underlying risk that you can have a parabolic move up to at least the next breaking point, which in this case would be around 40 cents or 45.5 cents. Keep that in mind. Now, to understand how we got here, or why we're here, simply look no further. You can look at the 10-year, but I choose to look at the DXY to keep it simple for my audience. I have the 10-year government bonds up here as well, and I can talk about the yield curve, but that's simply too far in. My audience only understands what they understand, and that's okay. And I've come to learn, respect, and understand a way to put this content out. I had an epiphany when I got home from my vacation, well, from my business trip. I wish it was a vacation. And things clicked. The DXY is why we are where we're at. That gives us everything we need to know. And I know a lot of people are saying they don't see the bullish Gartley, but I sure as hell can see it if it pulls up. I'm not even saying it's a traditional one, but my brain several days ago said that this could very easily, and this is when we were still down here, we didn't break this line. I said this could be a bullish Gartley, and if it comes up here and holds this, and then breaks up here, does something like this, look out. And I know it was a lot of work, but I was simply just showing the pattern before it happened. And now you can clearly see what I was seeing. It's weird, it's a messed up. This side is not a bullish, but if you look at this from a wider pattern, could we not say there's been a W formation that could possibly be forming here? And if so, that right side got pulled down and shot back up, and this looks like a bull flag. If that's the case, it's coming up to 109,216. That is something that my brain can catch because I'm an abstract thinker. I see patterns before they fill out, whether good, bad, or indifferent. That's why, to end this show, we're going to look at XRP. My theory, my constant, projections was sub 50 cents. Sub 50 cents. And I said when we got sub 50 cents, and this is when XRP was at $1.66, I got ridiculed, but I stuck to my guns because I know what I'm talking about. Now, the overwhelming target that you will hear me talk about is sub 20 cents. You can hashtag sub 20 cents, and I believe that's going to happen for, well, it's a major reason. If you bring out the daily time frame, if you come to XRP's true uptrend, you must come back all the way to here, project out into the future. Yes, we had parabolic rallies, but recognize XRP's parabolic rally and crypto's rallies was nothing more than government having quantitative easing. Understand what quantitative tightening means. When the government's not giving you money, the markets are not coming out to play. They never have, they never will. That is my problem. XRP Future Millionaire. Hit that like button. The technical target down here would be 018. If this were to play off the true uptrend and the downtrending resistance, at some point we're going to have to meet again, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You only need 2 hits on each side to confirm a pattern. 1, 2, 3. If you want to start back here, or you can simply say, hey, 1, 1, 2. If you're not even going to give credit here, but understand that this is the uptrend starting, and this is the downtrend starting, and this was a crazy wick by Binance. That's why I said a lot of stuff goes on, but nobody expected that to happen on Binance, to be liquidated from all the way top down. So that is my big problem. Read it in wheat.